Hi everybody, Happy New Year and welcome to a fresh start for my channel. As you would have seen in my last two videos, I did mention that I now have a filming schedule of videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So today I'm doing my favourites for 2017. Now there's not a lot of new products in here, it's actually some older things, but it's things that I've been using a lot. So I kind of think for me, some people I know treat it as kind of products that were new to 2017, but I kind of just am celebrating things that I use a lot. So some things are new, but most of it is not necessarily new. It's just things that I consistently have been using. So I thought I'd share those with you today. It's kind of a big jumble over there, so it'll not be in any particular order. All I can say is that I will do a little bit of kind of hair, body kind of stuff first, just because it's sitting right in front of me. So one of the first things I want to talk about is the Palmolive Chocolate Passion Shower Gel. I discovered that in 2017 and it is amazing. I think it retails for over £2, but it's often on offer for £1. This is a lovely sort of cream, it's not a gel, but it lathers up really, really nicely. It's very thick consistency and it's got a beautiful smell of chocolate. The thing is with some chocolate products, I have found, there's a Superdrug chocolate bubble bath, but once I get it on my skin, it kind of smells like a sour milk sort of smell. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me, but this always just has this really lovely, really delicious smell of chocolate, and even when it's on, and it just feels so nice, and the smell sort of lingers as well. So that is the Chocolate Passion. There are other ones. I think there's a vanilla one and there's a strawberry one as well. Tony really likes the strawberry one. It's like a real authentic smell. But yeah, I thought I had to mention that. Another thing I had to mention is the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Oilicious. Now, I don't know how many I've been through of these. This is sounding, it's got about a third left. I use this all the time. This is absolutely amazing. I've got it on today. I don't know if you can see how shiny my hair is. But I do put this on. It kind of defines the curls in my hair without using any other kinds of products. It kind of really highlights the colour of it. And of course the oil is really good for your hair. So because mine's coloured, it can be prone to being quite damaged. But because I use this all the time, I just find it just keeps my hair nice and soft. It feels really, really soft and lovely. So really, really love this and highly recommend it, and the smells really nice. It's a dry oil mist. It's just, your hair feels so good. So really love that. I have found a new brand on Superdrug, and it is Patisserie de Barn, and it's just, they do like these little hand creams. I've got a little glass jar which is actually beside my bed, and they do these, and then they do this in a hand and body lotion which is full size, which I have up here somewhere. This is my favourite scent, which is Orange Crush, and that is the hand cream I've got on today. Smells so nice, sinks in beautifully, but these little hand creams are great, and they're just something a little bit sort of vintage feeling and just have a really nice smell. So we've got Orange Crush, Sweet as Cherry Pie, and I've also got Strawberry Cupcake. So those are the three that I have. I think they do a lemon one as well. I do have a Sugared Violet, and I don't know where it is. It was there, but I think it might be in a bag somewhere, because the Sugared Violet one smells really nice. And another thing, Mercy Handy. These are the little facial mists. It's just the Love Refreshing Face Mist. So this one is Hello Sunshine, which is the orange. The pink one is Flower Power, and the blue one is Chill Out. And these are just such a nice mist. I've actually got this one on. Let's try that again. I've got this one on today, and the mist's just really nice. It's really fine. This one smells like, you're gonna be like, what? Cabbage Patch Doll heads. I remember that smell from my childhood. They just had a really nice fragrance to them. It kind of smells like that, very summery. I can't explain it. You know, I don't know if they still smell like that these days, but if, you know, you'll remember. So yeah, I really like them. Really, really fine mist. Like I said, I actually got these from Latest in Beauty, and they are still on Latest in Beauty. They went off for a while, and like I said, I keep a check on there and see what's going on and what new products they've got. But they do have them on there. You can actually purchase these from a website, and it's £12 I think to get all three together, or I think they're around £4 each. So yeah, they're not too bad. I mean, the spray is just so fine, but it's just such a nice smell. I think that's what it is for me, and they're just a great handbag size as well. So yeah, I do have a backup of these because I do use them every day. I don't use them as a set and mist. I actually set but I do kind of just use them as a finishing off, just as a nice sort of fragrance. So that is the Mercy Handy. Another face product, I might as well mention that, and then that's kind of all these kind of things out the way. I love this. I'm hoping that they've still got the sale on the site, because they're selling this quite cheap at the moment. This is the Model's Own Makeup Fixing Spray. And as you can see, that's all I've got left. I think they were clear when they arrived and then they kind of went cloudy, but I don't question it. It smells absolutely amazing again. It's a really nice fine mist, as you can see. Oh, smells so nice. I actually use this a couple of times during my routine. So when I put on like all my cream products, my foundation and everything, and then I set it with powder, then I put maybe a contour and blush on, then I will set it with this. And then at the end again, and then sometimes I use a different setting spray as well, but I just use this kind of during my makeup routine to continually keep on setting things. If I do my eye makeup, I then set my eyes with it individually. I just kind of use it a couple of times and just kind of build up the layers of it, but it's got a great smell. It lasts ages. It's such a huge bottle, but yeah, it's a really, really great product, and I really find that it does the job, and it's quite affordable. It's normally $7.99 a bottle, but I think it's $4.99 a bottle in the sale at the moment. Right, I've got some brushes and accessories. I have to mention this because this is my second one. My other one unfortunately got broken. Not the mirror, but the actual product. This is the MAC double-sided mirror, and I know this is a weird one, but I cannot be without this mirror in my life. It's such a nice size. It's not a normal compact mirror, it's actually larger. One side is a normal and then the other side is a magnified side. So it's really great for kind of doing your eye makeup. And I use this every day to do my face makeup. And I absolutely love it. It's just the perfect size. So I have to like put that in my favourites because I use it every single day. And when it broke, I had to get another one because I couldn't be without it. So that speaks volumes. I've got a brush from Wilkinson's. So randomly in Wilkinson's, not this absolutely huge brush, and it is so incredibly soft. I love it. I apologise if any powder's coming out because I've used it, but it's just huge and it's ergonomic, which is really great if you've got like something like I have, like with fibromyalgia. Sometimes it affects my hands. It's just got that nice kind of shaped sort of part here that makes it quite nice and easy and comfortable to hold, and the weight of it's really quite nice. And that was £5 at Wilkinson's, and it's not that long ago that I got it, but I just absolutely love it. It just feels so beautifully soft on the face, and you can get a lot of powdering done with this huge brush. Okay, so sticking with brushes, I am going to start with, I think I'll start with this particular brush. No, I'll start with these, they're on my knee. In this glass. This is what I actually keep them in, and I just thought I'd show you them in this. This is just like last 2016's Halloween stock from Poundland. It's a glass with a haunted house on and a tree on the other side. I love it. But these are my Real Techniques multi-tech brushes. I've shifted position, I apologise. My multi-tech brushes. I really, really love these. They're so incredibly soft. Some of these are dirty, so you may see some powder coming up. They're so soft, and they're just all identically shaped, but they're in different sizes. So they come in a number of different sizes. The largest one is really great for powdering and also for bronzing, and because it comes up to a pointed tip, you can actually get quite nicely with a bronzer into the hollows of the cheeks and things. So that's really nice for that. This is nice for contouring. Again, it's got that point, so it's good for contouring. It's also great for blush, and I use that one for highlight. They are all the identical shape, which is really quite crazy that it's a set of brushes but they're all shaped the same. But they're also great for doing different jobs. Then I've got the eye set, which is what I've actually used to do my makeup today. So I use this big one for all over colour, all over the lid, and then I use it in the crease to kind of put that very base colour down. And this is also really nice for doing some highlighting and contouring. You can actually lay down the contour and then blend it really well with this. And again, really nice. Also, you can do highlighting with this one as well on the cheekbone. And then the next size down is this one. Of course, this is great for eyeshadow. I've used that to put on the centre colour on the lid. And then I've got a smaller one. Hello. God, my little Jack Russell down here. And then I use this next one down. This is the next one. I use that, I put that, my inner eye colour on there and the colour underneath the eye. And then you get a very tiny one, which is great for the inner eye corner. And these were originally I think they were £30 for a set of the eye brushes, and you got a stand with them. I think they went down quite a lot and they're often on offer, and I have heard on the grapevine they're going to be discontinued, which is a huge shame because I had hoped they'd bring out a few more or kind of add a different shape to it and have like a whole set of another shape, maybe in a different coloured handle. But these are really nice. They've got quite an unusual shape at the bottom half, as you can see. So yeah, these are just fantastic brushes. They wash beautifully, they're incredibly soft, they're a great shape. You think, oh, that's such a huge brush for eyeshadow, but it goes up into a lovely point and the edges just blend everything. So I tend to just dip the very end of the brush into the colour, lay that in, and then just blend it, and they blend for themselves. They're just the most amazing thing. I think they're really great for starters with makeup because it's the same shape brush but just different sizes that you can use to do different parts of whatever you're doing, and I think that's incredible. And like I said, they were expensive when they first came out, though they were on 3 for 2, but they now are a lot cheaper and it's definitely worth picking them up. Like I said, I have heard they're going to be discontinued, which is a huge shame because I absolutely love them, but I'm really glad that I've got a good stock of them. I've got 2 sets of the eye ones because I use them so much. So I've got 2 of the XLs and then I've got 3 of the Ls. Because basically I was using bronzer and powder on the bigger ones, so I wanted to have 2 different ones so I wouldn't have to be cleaning in between them, worrying about damp brushes and stuff. And then I was contouring, blush and highlighting with those ones. So I just kind of made myself up a bit of a set and I absolutely love them. So highly recommend those. Another brush that I absolutely love, I can't even remember when I got this, but this is just something I use every day. It is the F42 from Sigma, and it's the Strobing Fan Brush. So this brush, what I love about it for highlighting, I didn't used to like fan brushes, and there are some fan brushes that I don't like. I have a Spectrum one, which is this one. This came in a glossy box, and I really just don't feel like it does the job. Like, I can't really seem to get a good strong highlight with this one. But this one, it's got a nice firmness to the bristles and they're really quite dense, so it's a lot denser than this. This just seems a lot thinner. And this is great for a couple of reasons. I know it's just small, but it really packs that intense highlight on. It's really great because it's small, because I can put highlight on my lipstick, and also because it's this kind of density. It's got quite a nice density to it on the edges. I dip that into the highlighter and then I actually do my brow bone with it. So it does all the kind of highlighting that I need it to do, gets in all the different places, and it's firm enough to do that, and it really seems to pack the product on. So I really highly recommend this brush. I mean, I know Sigma's a bit more expensive, but this brush is definitely something that's worth investing in. So when I'm using a brush for my eyebrows, this is the brush. I've tried lots of different brushes. This is a brush worth investing in, and I know it's under £10. I know it's not a massively expensive brush anyway. You can get these on Beauty Bay, and Beauty Bay do free delivery over £15. But this is the 222 Brow Line Brush, and this is the most perfect brush for brows. It's got a little bit of an angle to it, as you can see, and it's nice and fine. And it's just perfect for carving out your brows when you're using powders. I absolutely love it. This is the only brush that I use for my brows, and it has been since I got it, and I know I've had it probably over 2 years. So I highly, highly recommend that brush. Another brush, and I have a clean one and a dirty one to show you, because I'm going to show you the dirty one. Well, not the dirty one, but the wet one. So this is Unicorn Lashes brush. This is the original collection that they had out, and Finley got mine. I don't know if you can see all the holes. So I contacted them, and amazing customer services, I have to say, for Unicorn Lashes. I contacted them and said, do you sell brushes individually? Because I basically sold makeup, saved up, and kind of hummed and hawed about these for such a long time, and then I purchased them early last year, and I was so thrilled with them. And then he chewed this brush and I was devastated. So I contacted them and said, can I purchase these individually? Told them the story of what had happened, and they emailed me straight back and were like, don't worry about it, we will send you a replacement. Which was so amazing of them to do. So I have 2 of them. I still use the one that got chewed because he only chewed the ferrule, and I do kind of have this backup. But I use this brush every single day to do my contouring. I love how it blends. It's just nice and soft, but it's a perfect size. It's not too big. So this is the one I've washed today, and that is the clean one that's never been used. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like when it was dry and pretty. But this is the wet one. Absolutely brilliant brush. It's got a nice angle on it. It's not too thick, it's just a nice small sized angled brush, and it's really perfect for blending the contour. Blends beautifully. These brushes are amazing. I really highly recommend the Unicorn Lashes brushes. But it's beautiful, and as you can see, it's washed back to its usual kind of colours. I watched a review video about these before I got them, and she used them. This person I was watching, she was like, I'm so disappointed because they're so dirty. And I was like, what do you expect when you have a brush that's all these beautiful pastel shades and you're using, you know, bronzers and eye makeup and stuff? They're going to get dirty. The great thing about these brushes is they wash so beautifully. I wash this every single week and have done since I got it, and it's still perfect, and it washes back to its normal. I mean, it's covered in contour by the end of the week, as you can imagine, and I use bronzer on it, and it always goes back to its beautiful pastel new kind ofness, newness. They do clean. So it's just these people who are afraid of using them, or they're like, oh, I wouldn't get them because they get dirty. All brushes get dirty. We all have to wash our brushes. So they do get dirty, but it doesn't matter. They're just really pretty to use, and they've got nice handles. So really, really love that one. And then the last brushes that I'm going to talk about are actually from Savers. Now these are a find that I mentioned in one of my recent videos. I can't remember which one it was, whether it was the New Year's one. But these are from Savers, and I can't remember how much these brushes were. And I have checked in another Savers, and I did find that they did like an eyebrow brush, like a flat sort of angled brush. But I've got my Zoeva one, so I didn't bother with that one. But I've got 3 of these brushes. They're really cheap. I want to say that the biggest one is the powder one. I want to say that's at the most £5. I can't remember how much the angled one was. So this is kind of a powder brush. I apologise, they are dirty, I do use them. They've got kind of an angled kind of handle, they're not round. So they're actually quite nice to hold. And they've got like that rainbow sort of ferrule there. And they are really pretty. They're normally lilac on the top, but you can see I've been using this one. So nice coloured bristles, do wash beautifully, absolutely gorgeous. So that's the powder, and then there's kind of an angled one which I use for blush and for contour. And also this one. This is an amazing, amazing brush. Now, the reason I highly recommend these is, yes, they wash beautifully, they apply makeup beautifully, they're soft. But this one here, which is kind of a flat eyeshadow brush, this is so perfect if you want to carve out the crease, because it's nice and flat so you can just press products on. It works beautifully with cream shadows, particularly Colourpop. And Colourpop shadows, particularly the old, you know, they do press shadows now as well, and they don't seem to do as many Super Shock shadows, which have the creamer consistency. But yeah, this works beautifully with the Colourpop shadows, and it's difficult sometimes to find a brush that can. But this seems to pick up the product well and deposit it well. Sometimes some brushes don't seem to do that. And this one, I don't think it was more than £2. So I've got 2 of these, and as you can see, it's dirty because I do use it. I like a flat brush that I can press into the product and then press onto the lid, particularly with like foil shadows and glitter shadows as well, not just cream shadows. You want something that the product isn't going to get lost among the bristles or kind of fly off. You can actually just press it straight on. It also minimises fallout, so highly, highly recommend these Savers brushes. Can't recommend them enough. Definitely go and check out your Savers and see if they have them, and do let me know if they've got any other ones that I need to be looking out for. So love those. The next thing I'm going to move on to are eyeshadows. So I don't have a huge amount of eyeshadows to show you, and I don't think I actually have anything new to show you. But I wanted to share with you the ones that I find myself reaching for the most. The first one is Jeffree Star's Androgyny. I love this palette. I like the first one, but I think that this one is a lot better. Just the colours are amazing. I love these shades here. This is an amazing contour shade for me. I love this mustard, it's really unusual, and this green. And then the blues are gorgeous, but this in the crease with that on the lid, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like my obsession. The only one I'm not so massively excited about is the gold, but just look at that. They're so pigmented. Honestly, highly, highly recommend this. So pigmented, so beautiful, blends beautifully. I had to stop myself from reaching for it too much because I was just like, use something else, because that's why it's difficult for me to do kind of yearly favourites, because I make a conscious effort when I do my makeup to use something different every time. Maybe not so much with foundations and concealers, I kind of stick to pretty much the same things, but they're not something that I kind of get as excited about as kind of eyeshadows, and I've got lots of eyeshadow palettes, so I try to use something different every day. But I really, really love that. Another one that I love is actually my Makeup Geek palette. So these are my Makeup Geek shadows, mostly filled up when Beauty Bay have actually done offers and they've made them cheap, and I kind of just picked up the odd ones that I wanted. But I finally got it full last year. I think I only had a couple of spaces and I finally managed to fill them. I absolutely love this palette. I've got Dragonfly on underneath the eye at the moment. I don't know if you can see it, but I love that colour. But I absolutely love these shadows. They're so beautiful. Definitely worth watching on Beauty Bay for when they do them cheap. And this is actually an empty Morphe palette. You can get these. I got this forever ago and I had other shadows in it, and then I took them out and then I put the Makeup Geek ones in, which I absolutely love, and I do reach for that a lot. Sometimes I don't even use those shadows for a whole look, but I know that I like using a lot of them as, you know, like I said, I've got Dragonfly under the eye today, so I just like to reach for them. If anybody wants a video on what I've got in there and swatches of everything in there, then please do let me know in the comments. The next one, you can't get this, so I was kind of hesitant to put it in, but this is one of those ones where I've struggled to not reach for it because I love it so much. It's just really beautiful, and that is the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. Metal Matte. Love that. Yeah, this is what I've got on my eyes today. I love this palette so much. It's absolutely huge. It's ridiculously huge. But I've got on this. I've got this all over the lid. This into the crease, this into the corner, and then that right into the corner, like right on the outer eye. And then I've got this on the lid in the centre, this on just as you get into the eye corner. I've got this one in the eye corner, and then I've got this patted in the centre of the lid. This has got a massive dent in it. I'm going to hit pan, I'm going to cry. The need to release tinsel as an individual shade. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning palette. I will swatch some of the colours. Yeah, these are them there. So basically this blue is like one of my favourite colours, but you can see they're super pigmented, they're absolutely beautiful, and I just really, really love them. I love that you've got this lovely selection of mattes, some nice neutrals, some pastels, and some brighter colours, and some basics. I like ivory for all over the lid, but sometimes I want to go for white. I like that both of them are in there. She hasn't skimped on that and kind of thought, oh, you just need one or the other. I love there's a black for liner. I love that there's some nice kind of browns which are great for creases for a natural eye. And then you've got your nice foils which complement all the other colours, and it's just perfect because you can put nice matte in the crease, lovely foil on the lid, and you're good to go, and then you've got the black to line with. So it's like you've just got everything in this palette. Yeah, and I could waffle on about it for hours. I just absolutely love it. Right, another palette. Now this is one that I've actually made myself. Now these, again, this was one that I was hesitant to show because it's got limited edition shades in it, but I just reach for it so much, and it's a MAC palette. I transferred my Dazzle shadows into this one, which are the shades along the bottom, which I really, really love the Dazzle shadows. But the top row in here, just totally obsessed with. This colour here is from, I think it was the Bowling collection, and just look at that shade. Where am I? Here. Look at that shade. Is that not just the most perfect burgundy ever? And somebody was going, oh, it's so unpigmented, and I was like, what? You must have a bad batch because that is not an unpigmented shade. And then I really, really love this kind of this turquoise kind of shade. But I get some really nice looks out of this palette, unbelievable as it is. But I love the pastels in here as well, and I just reach for this so much. So those were the 4 eyeshadow palettes that I really have been loving. And then we'll move on to highlighters, I think. One of them is the MUA Prism Loose Powder Highlight in Star Illusion. This is the tub that it comes in, and you get 18 grams of product, and it retails for £5, which is really, really good value. And it comes in with a sifter sort of lid, and I will do a swatch. So that's it there. Hopefully you can see it. It's just a really beautiful sort of pearlescent pink shade. It's not too vibrant. It's just quite nice and soft, which is really lovely, and it's a really beautiful highlighter. It's so incredibly finely milled. I really love it on the lips as well as on the cheeks. I tried it on the eyes, but it was just a little bit too fine and kind of seemed to blend away, so more suited as a highlighter. Like I said, I don't have this one on today, but I really, really love this one. I do like loose powder highlighters, and I know they're not massively common, but they are quite nice. And the other highlighting palette is from Sleek, and it's called the Distorted Dreams palette. Now I apologise, it's probably quite fingerprinty. It's a chrome sort of packaging, and it comes with these shades in here. So you get 3 cream shades and 2 powder shades, but you get a gold powder and then a pink powder. Hopefully you can see those. So you've got really bright pink and a lovely bright gold, and then you've got creams. These creams are just so beautiful. So you've got a green, and then kind of a bright bluey purple, and then your pink. And they're just really quite nice. I find in the summer that I do like to put like a cream sort of highlight on underneath powder just to help it stay. But these are so nice like on the lips, just to add a little bit of colour highlight on the lips. They're just really, really pretty. I absolutely love them. Really, really nice consistency. And I do have a backup of this just because I just absolutely love it so much. This pink shade, I don't know if you can see it. Again, silly place to do a swatch. But this pink powdered shade, oh, I just absolutely love it so much, so much. It's just so beautiful. So it does look quite bashed about, but that's because I use it so much. So that's it for highlighting. I've got 2 things for contouring and 1 for eyebrows. So for contouring, okay, so some people are the type of people who continually move forward in makeup. So they continually find new things and older things are kind of left behind. I'm one of those people who likes to utilise everything in my collection, so that's why I tend to use different products every day. But something that I always seem to go back to is the original contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Mine is super battered, but this is the original one. And I'm still yet to hit pan, but I don't put a massive amount of contour powder on. And I absolutely love this. I love this as a powder for me. It's a really nice match. It's got banana powder, which I don't use quite so much, and I rarely use the highlight. But I contour with the middle shade, and then I use a little bit of each of these and kind of just do around the temples and do bronzing with those. And I cannot stop myself from going back to this so much. I absolutely love this palette. Big dent in this one and dents in both of these. So it's just a testament. The great thing about these is you can actually take the pans out and replace them, so that's really cool. But yeah, as you can see, well used. Most of my stuff, I do take a lot of care of my things, but this one has just got used so much that the powders eventually kind of stained the packaging because it's just cardboard. But really, really highly recommend Anastasia's contouring powders. Another contour that I'm going to recommend, and you'll be like, Lisa, why? This is Makeup Gallery. I think it's Pound World, I can't remember. It's one of the pound shops. I'm pretty sure it's the green one. But it's the Makeup Gallery eyeshadow in Cappuccino. I think I used this in my New Year's Eve video. It's got massive dent in it, but I do have a backup. This is £1. Really nice eyeshadow. So buttery and soft. But I actually use this to contour with. I've put it right in the middle. I hope you're going to be able to kind of make that out there. That's it there. It's just a really nice cool tone taupey kind of brown colour. It's a really perfect contour shade for me. Contour is supposed to be a shadow, so it's not supposed to be a warm toned product that you use to do a contour. So that's why I use this, because it's cool toned and it creates a shadow. It's really pigmented, very soft and buttery, and blends really nice, and it's just a really nice contour colour. Another thing I have to mention is the Lord & Berry Magic Brow Pencil in Brunette. It's what I've got on today. I love the colour. It's nice and cool toned. It's incredibly creamy. I absolutely love it. It stays on all day. It's perfect. And I got it from a Gossy Box, hence why it's this small thing. I haven't sharpened it to, you know, to death. It's just really, really nice. So the next thing I'm going to talk about powders actually. So I've got the MAC Studio Fix. I've got it in NW15 and Shiver and White. NW15 is my colour. It's got a really big dent in it, but it just seems to have lasted for ages. I use it with a flat top kabuki brush, although it does come with this little powder thing. I'm going to throw that away actually because I don't use them, and yeah, I prefer using this with a flat top kabuki. But I actually use this because its Studio Fix gives you extra cover. It's like a foundation powder. So sometimes if I put foundation on, I've still got a bit of redness showing through, then I will actually kind of put a layer of this on top, and I feel like it just gives me that little bit extra coverage. So I really love using that. And then I've got the Shivering White. I'm going to put them side by side just so you can kind of see the contrast a bit better, because sometimes these ring lights kind of wash a lot of stuff out. So Shivering White is basically white, but it's got quite nice coverage to it. So that's what that looks like there, as you can see. And I basically just use that to brighten under the eyes. It's really, really great. And it's good for setting concealer as well, though I don't tend to use it quite so much for that, because the thing that I set my concealer with is the NARS Crystal Translucent Setting Powder, Loose Setting Powder, which I love. But I do like to use this to brighten under the eyes. I just put a little bit of the Shivering White under there, centre of the forehead, down the centre of the nose, and sometimes on the chin. Just kind of brighten those kind of areas, and it works really, really well. Okay, sorry about that. It's like platform 9 3/4 in here. Plus, I did this camera. It's either full or the batteries die, and I just can't seem to get a video filmed. Anyway, yeah, there's a huge dent in this one now, and I don't know how long it'll be before I hit pan, but I do use it every time I do my makeup, and I absolutely love the extra bit of coverage that it gives me. A loose powder that I absolutely love and I use all the time is the Vichy Derma Blend. So this is the loose powder. I've got about half left, and I've got another one in backup. This is just a very, very finely milled loose powder. It's translucent, so I know it looks scary because it's super white. So that's the powder, and when you put it on, just blends. Your skin feels like absolute velvet once you put this on. I've got it on today, and I just think it does give you more of an airbrush type of finish. Really seems to kind of like give you more smoothed out kind of appearances and almost hides the pores. But I absolutely love the Vichy Derma Blend powder. Mine was from Superdrug. I think there were 3 for 2, so it was £30 for 3 when I got it. I don't know how often they'll have that offer on. It's just one of those things. But this retails for around £15 a pot, which is again quite a lot, but a little goes a long way, and it does last forever. That's my first one, so I do have backups. I absolutely love the Vichy Derma Blend. The last powder I'm going to talk about, I've had this one forever also, which is again another testament to MAC powders. This is the Light Medium Sheer Mystery Powder. Now I've had this for a good couple of years. I want to say it was about £40 when it came out. I was like, wow. But it is refillable, and it didn't just come with one pan of product, it came with 2. So £40 actually for really nice fancy packaging that is reusable. It's a reusable compact, plus 2 pans of product. That's actually quite cheap, because a face powder from MAC is normally around £23 to £24. To think that you're actually getting 2 of those and you're getting beautiful packaging. But this is the powder. This is light medium. It's a little darker than my normal powder that I would use, but it's a match, you know what I mean? It's still quite a nice match. But this powder is really velvety, very soft. I just find when I use it more, I don't use it all over the face, I use it kind of where I get oily around the T-zone, and I just find that it stops me from getting too oily, and I'm not needing to constantly powder. I just find that it just really kind of sets things really well. So they don't actually do the Sheer Mystery Powder anymore, I don't think. But it's not to say that they wouldn't do it again in the future, and if they did, I would definitely get it. And I don't know if they do the refills or not, but the compact itself is really beautiful, and I'm sure that you could just depot another powder and pop it in there once those powders are gone. So blushes, I've got 5 blushes here, but they're actually just one brand because I'm obsessed with this blush brand, and it is the Lottie London Blush Crush. I'm going to swatch them. I've got 5 colours, there are 6 available. So you've got Harry, which is this quite scary looking one, but to be honest, it's really not that bad once you get it on. I've done a heavy swatch just so you can see the colour, but it's just a really nice coral. It's kind of a dusky sort of coral shade. It's really, really pretty. The next one is Justin, which is kind of a very much soft true peach, kind of a peachy pink shade. The next one is Drake, which is a softer peach. I think this one's more of a true peach, whereas the one before is a bit pinker. The next one I've got is Zane, which is this one. This one's really nice. It's a very soft, subtle kind of peach. I really like that one. That one's Zane. And then the last one, which is my favourite, is Zach. I think on the website, on Superdrug, they just look really not the same as what they are when you get them in person. The photographs are not great. And I've given you a heavy swatch of this one, but that's kind of a berry shade. So that's what they look like. They are really pigmented. You've got to be careful, got to have a light hand, but they are so beautiful. I really, really love them. And I've been really pleased with them, and I just tend to reach for them constantly. That's another product that I've got to kind of think to myself, no, put something else on, because I'm just quite obsessed with them. Right, okay. Moving on to lip products, that's what we're going to finish with. So there's a long wear lip liner and a matte L'Oreal lip paint matte. And these are in Nudist. So the liner, these are so kind of misleading. This is actually kind of like a deep dusty mauve sort of shade. And then you've got the lip paint, and I'm obsessed with them. I wear them together, but I also wear them alone. The lip liner on its own is nice. They smell quite nice too. Yeah. So you've got the lip liner at the bottom and then the lip paint at the top. That's Nudist. I just love the purple shade. It's just quite dusty and cool toned and kind of pared back. It's like it is quite a nude, but a purple nude. So I find it quite unusual, and I really, really like it. And then we've got some MAC products. And so I've got a lip tensity lipstick, and this one is in smoked almond. I wanted to make sure I picked the right one up. It's what I've got on today. I love smoked almond. They brought them out again, but I don't know if they did this shade, and I don't know if it's like a permanent thing. But I love this shade. It's a peach colour. Moving on, I've just got a couple of MAC lipsticks to mention that I have loved wearing. I think they're all permanent, so you're okay to get them. This one's called Really Me. It's just a really nice pink nude shade. It's a nice sort of dusty sort of pink, which I really, really like those kinds of shades. I wear this a lot. Another one that I absolutely love, and I've got the lip liner to go with it, is Stone. That is this one here. I love Stone. I love wearing Stone. I love kind of cool tone lip colours. I think they're so beautiful. And the lip liner is amazing for that one. And then my favourite vampy colour, which I wear so much, whether it's winter or not, is Sin. And that was made permanent. Just a really nice deep burgundy shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that is basically it for everything I love. Other than I want to give like a mention to, these are my liquid lipsticks from Colourpop. Yes, obsessed. I have to mention these just because I wear them so much. I couldn't pick out one shade and say, oh, this is the shade I always go for, because I do tend to mix it up and I tend to wear different shades. I always put the newer ones in the front sections just so that they don't get mixed up, so I know that these are the ones that I'm trying out before they go in with the others. I also have my top coat glosses separately, and then they're kind of in colours. I've got some purples and unusual colours back here, pinks, and then brown sort of shades there. And then in this one, and these containers are from eBay, and I think they're about £1.50 each or something. I've got my peachy nudes here, my very soft light peaches there, my corals here, reds here, unusual shades and some kind of purpley shades, bright pinks, yeah. Oh yeah, they're kind of my brownie shades. These are probably some of my most worn ones. And one of my favourite ones at the moment is that one, which is from the My Little Pony collection. But basically, yes. I mean, they're getting on now. I've had them for quite a while. I haven't purchased any for quite a while. I have had a few that just recently got delivered that had been sitting in my mailbox for around 4 months. I just had to let things sit and just kind of ship it in one go, because it was just a few things at a time, and it just was ridiculous, like postage costs, like just to kind of go, yeah, I'll just ship them over as they arrive. So it was just kind of, well, there's 3 lipsticks gone into my thing, I've just got to leave them there. It's just, yeah, so. But I will do a little haul of those and show you those so you can see what I got. But I absolutely love the formula of Colourpop liquid lipsticks. They last so well, they're perfect for me with teach-ins. I can just put it on and not worry about it. Yeah, and I wanted to give them an honourable mention in this video, as well as the Colourpop shadows, because I use the Super Shock shadows all the time. Put them across the lid, a little bit of something in the crease, off you go. Just such a quick, easy look. And then I had to mention this and I totally forgot. And it's this Soft palette by Makeup Revolution. So Soft from Soft Does Nails did a palette with Revolution. She did a highlighter palette, which I wasn't so interested in. I don't like their highlights. But then she did the eyeshadow palette, and I'm not a huge fan of their eyeshadows, but I saw people using it and swatching it, and it just looked amazing. I'm sorry if that offends anybody that I'm not a massive Makeup Revolution fan. I do have a few things from them, but I'm just not a massive fan really. But this palette is amazing. I love Soft anyway, so I wanted to support her, but I love the colours, and I saw people using it, and I was like, these colours. I love this cranberry kind of shade, it's beautiful, but it just has some really quite nice nudes and neutrals, and then I really love the peaches and the corals in here, and I think it's really beautiful. So I really have been enjoying using that, and my hubby treated me to that, so that's really nice because he doesn't buy me makeup very often. I forgot. I did just want to add on 2 flops for the year. So this is Miss Sporty Really Me Second Skin Effect Foundation. I have to put this in the flops because it just cracked and broke up on me so badly. It looked horrendous around my nose, under my eyes, just anywhere I was oily. It was horrible. Also, I've used it twice and that is how much product is left. And it didn't have a lot more than that in the first place. You literally get less than an inch of product. And I got them 2 for £5 when it first came out, but paying £4 for that? No thank you very much. I was just disappointed because I really wanted to try stick foundation. Can't really afford an expensive stick foundation, and you see people using them and it looks amazing, and I just thought, great, high street option. But no, big thumbs down on that for me. And the other thing, huge disappointment also, is the Glitter Fixer Gel by Barry M. No. I did a video and I lost the footage. I just honestly don't know what I've done with it. I think I may have accidentally deleted it. But I did a test with this. I used Too Faced glitter glue on one eye, this on the other eye, and this I had fallout. A lot of the glitter had disappeared, and that was just within 2 hours. It just did not work for me. If you have used this and you have made this work, believe me, I've tried it different ways. I've tried mixing glitter with it. I've tried using it on nothing. I've tried using it on eyeshadow. I've just tried a number of different ways. But if you've made this work, please do let me know, because I'm not giving up just yet. But it has to go in the flops. So that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe if you have. And I will see you in the next one, which should be Tuesday.